So I want to do a video on the connection I found between HOLO and MLGO. So two big Chinese runners. So when HOLO was running, I came to ask Edgar, and one of the predefined questions I like to ask is this: upcoming events or catalyst, just to see if there's anything coming up, anything critical. So I mentioned the company is involved in a lawsuit. And so naturally, I asked the follow-up question, tell me more about the lawsuit, just to see if there's any red flags or anything that might be happening soon. So it says that it's the lawsuits with one of their shareholders, Joyous JD, against this Greenland Asset Management, and it goes into some more detail on the lawsuit. So that was it. I didn't really look too much further into it other than that. But then when MLGO was running, I did what I do, which is I go over to Ask Edgar, and I almost always go directly into the insights, which flag important things related to the financial condition, and if also pull from the latest 8Ks and conference call, anything like upcoming events or catalysts, key dates, in this case, share issuances, agreements or contracts, a few other things that will basically pull from the 8K so that you don't have to dig for it. So what I noticed is that the company isn't also involved in a lawsuit with this Joyous JD. So it was interesting. So I went ahead and asked the question, who is JD? And it looks like they are also an investor, shareholder in this company. So that's interesting. So same parties involved, and then also if you look at the chart, this is HOLO when it was running, you can see here this action just like traps, and it just keeps on going, holding. Oops, sorry. Sees it holds all day, trapping all day, rips, goes after hours, and then so forth. And then if you look at MLGO, same kind of thing. So you see, took a little bit longer to trap. Oops. But you can see all day, just grinding, trapping, and then it just rips into the close, and then even after hours. So I think it's reasonable to assume it's the same kind of people involved pulling the strings. Day two was very different. You got this epic sell-off from MLGO, whereas with HOLO did not do that. Go back. Yeah, had a sell-off, but it held. So that's interesting as well, because if it's holding, one thing that I guess one of the ways you can use this information is knowing that there's likely the same people involved pulling the strings, is that they can also manipulate it again. And so, chances are it just, fades off, but it is something to make note of if it does reclaim and keeps hanging on, because very likely people will be swinging this and it will get crowded again. And just knowing the way they were able to manipulate it on two stocks, it could be a potential long. So it's just one way that I'll use information, when I draw connections between two stocks or the same stock that has kind of the same investors. You'll notice that the same behavior over and over again. But that's it. We'll have to see how this turns out.